Welcome back, YouTube. We're back with another gameplay review. Today we're playing against Superheavy Samurai. Isn't the deck dead? No, it's kind of not, but I have to sneeze, so sorry. So yeah, Superheavy Samurai Spright. People are testing out the new format. The ban list isn't even in effect yet, but we're gonna play this out. Before we begin, leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe. We're on the way to 10K. We're so close, this close probably. Let's kick this off.
If you want 5% off any single or sealed product, head over to tier0games.com and use code GALZO5 at checkout.
Right, so Superheavy. I lose the die roll. I open Imperm and a lot of engine, which is very good. They open Blue, Bike, Soul Piercer, Bike, and Ash Blossom, which is unfortunate for us. And then they go full combo. What does full combo look like here? I basically don't have any interruptions except for the Imperm. I mainly try to prevent them from getting to a Baron. So they chain 1, 2, 3. I Imperm this so they can't get to a Baron with this line. And then they pend this and then they just start off the Spright combo, which is really good. Really kind of healthy to see, I guess. They did manage to end up on Baron, but they have to spend another card, which was kind of dead in their hand anyway. They just go for a pretty simple setup, right? They don't draw a lot of cards. They just use the engine to get to a Baron. This just makes a Baron. I think it's like a 9-card engine probably. Maybe even more because they play, we'll see. I don't know the deck list. They play Soul Peacemaker as well. So they have a Mannequin Cat. They have a Sprint, Double Cross, and then Baron the floor. So let's break the board. We draw Cartesia for turn. Again, really, really solid hand. And let's see how we can break this board with engine only. So I know that they have a Baron. If they negate the Branded Fusion with Baron, then I can discard this and get it back. And since Baron negates activation, this can only be activated once per turn. It's a good card. You can actually activate it again because the activation was negated. Then they have a Bounce, and they have a suspicious summon from the deck with Mannequin Cat. And they also have a Double Cross. What I want to check for is Ash, because if they have Ash, they're going to use the Ash to negate the Branded Fusion and not the Baron. And then I don't have to go for the Retribution line, right? So I'm going to go for opening here, get to Quem. Already set up this in the graveyard in case, right? Just in case. So they do chain 1 Mannequin Cat, chain 2 Sprint. So what's going to happen is that Sprint is going to bounce it. And then they're going to summon Thunder King Ryo. But they can't actually summon it because Mannequin Cat said that you need to target as cost. So when the chain resolves, the target is no longer in the field. They cannot confirm, the Mannequin Cat cannot confirm the attribute. So they cannot actually summon it. So they have to put it back. So they made a misplay. Quem sends Albaz, so we can go for Cartesia here. So make it live. Special this, normal this. Just try again to bait out some interruptions. And I go for Branded Lost, which is huge because it's a must negate for Baron at this point. It kind of checks for Ash as well. So I didn't go for the Lost immediately. I could have gone Lost, then Retribution to bring it back if they pop it with the Baron. But then eventually you lose, right? So I wanted to fake out a little bit. Branded Lost, they negate it with the Baron. I don't believe they have to do that here, but And now they go for the Double Cross here. They take it, and I can still use this to get Queritus. So eventually I run them out of all their interruptions. I set up my graveyard beautifully with a lot of follow-up, and I have Queritus, which is going to be hard for them to break if they don't play fusions. So we pop this. This is pretty much going to be dead next turn. And they keep going. So now I think they draw the blue for turn, or the Wakashi. So now they go for the Mannequin Cat because they want to summon monsters, right? But this was definitely a misplay out of them because what happens now is that they target the Albaz. So thought process here, if I summon the Albaz, it's their turn, right? So if I want to use the effect, I need a card in hand. 2, since it's their turn, they get to trigger Sprint or Mannequin Cat first because it's their turn. So it's going to be chain 1, either of these, chain 2, Albaz, so it does resolve, even though they have 2 interruptions here, right? So how do I get a card in hand? I got to chain Retribution right now. Get a card in hand so that Albaz is ready to go. So they have to chain Sprint first. And then, yeah, Albaz is Chain Link 3. Take away this, then the pen for these two. Spright blue for red. Now, I wanted to go for the Wakashi because I didn't want them to have a tuner on the board, basically, because I can deal with the Spright lines. It doesn't really matter to me. They're probably not going to out this. And then they go for a Masquerade. Masquerena, sorry. And then Avramax. So what will happen now is that it's going to be zeroed out. It's going to crash into something. It's going to gain that attack. And then it's going to shuffle a card. So we're both going to end up with basically 0 cards, but I have Albion and Cartesia for follow-up. So I'm fine with that exchange because I can out this in like 2 turns, but it's just going to attack me right now. Might as well not take any damage. They leave me on empty. And yeah, I just have follow-up and they don't, so super heavy Spright. They make me go first. They have Double Cross, Ash, Red, Big Benki, and Blue. Mercurier, Bell, which another card that I think is very good in this format. Deployment, Tragedy, Brain Fusion. So what I want to do here is get access to Aluber. So just like a free Aluber here. Go for a Granguignol. Send Titaniclad. I stopped playing Lulu Wallowith because I think Titaniclad is honestly better as a monster on the field and as the graveyard effect. It's just better, to be honest. Like you get to use it more frequently. Aluber, Surf for Lost. Get Ashed. End phase, go for Quem. Now that they don't have the Link 1, it kind of sucks because the Link 1, when they go for Link 1, Quem would have been amazing because you summon the Albaz, use it to fuse. But I'm feeling actually okay about this board because, I have an interruption. I have 2, possibly 3, possibly 4, right? If I get to resolve the interruption the way I want it. End phase Cartesia back to hand. We have Albaz as a target, which is good. Now, I need to wait for the Quem trigger. Spright blue, they basically have every name right now. So this is the only chance for me to actually do this. I don't know if they didn't read it because they thought Lost negates it. But they probably should have. And same goes for Albaz here. They might have just want to, be okay with the interruption. Just so they would have, they can still go into Sprint, make another Gigantic if they play it. I didn't want to get rid of the Cartesia and the Bell here. Honestly, I'm not even sure why I discarded the Mercurier. Probably, Cartesia would have been probably better here, but yeah. It was probably a misplay on my part. Banished the Carrot here. And now they're locked. I'm not really worried. They can only play Spright at this point. Sprint, yeah, they can go for another Gigantic if they want. I do use Granguignol here just to get Queritus. Don't forget that trigger. And then they can go for a big one. This is why I brought the Queritus out, because I was like, yeah, they're probably going to try to go for a big Gigantic here. It's fine for the summon. They can make a Mannequin Cat, then Queritus. Basically, they kind of run out of interruptions at this point, like Brand Fusion. Just go for big damage under Lost. They can't really respond to anything. And, everything is 0. Even if they take this, they're still at 0 attack. And it's basically over from there. So yeah, Super Heavy Samurai Spright. Interesting deck, but we come out strong, right? Another replay for the week. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys want to see further from this format. Already like 3 replays. Really enjoying the format. I think it's going to be another great format to play Branded in. We survived. We have probably another 4 months to play. We have new sets coming up. It's going to be exciting. I'm happy. The channel is growing. So leave a thumbs up. Check out my sponsor if you want to pimp out your deck and get some awesome looking accessories. Sleevechief.de. Code GALZO5. Affiliate link is in the comment description below. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.